What is
What
up,
is up,
YouTube, and
YouTube?
welcome.
It's Far
Wow.
Superior and Nick. Sorry.
Welcome to the Extra Point episode 36. I am Hunter along with Nick. How are you doing, Nick?
Well, I'm doing well, Hunter. I'm assuming you're doing fucking fantastic.
I'm doing fucking fantastic,
That's
Nick.
fucking awesome.
It is fucking awesome. Thank you for
This
caring
shit
so
is.
much.
Yeah.
You usually don't. Anyway, welcome to the Extra Point. This week, this episode, we will be going over the Week 12 predictions, and we'll also be recapping the Thursday night football matchup in Week 12 that was the Colts versus the Texans, and that nice game. It was a pretty good game.
Another good Thursday game. They're the shit
Always,
this
always.
year.
This one was basically for the division, so we'll be recapping that one first, and then we'll be going over our predictions. Nick has been struggling these past couple weeks for his predictions after he
As
started
Hunter, I don't know why he's
a
like
little bit, yeah.
denying.
Yeah. So let's not even worry
I
about
keep
me.
going underdog after underdog after underdog, and it's just I'm
Failing and
close.
failing
I'm
and failing.
close. Bunch of close ones that they lose.
Yeah,
Bunch of
it
bastards.
happens. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. The 7-4 Houston Texans, now 7-4, beat the Indianapolis Colts in Houston.
There you go.
They're now 6-5, so 20-17, and the Texans take first place in the AFC South. Nick, what did you see in this game?
Frank Reich was too conservative. They don't have Marlon Mack. I know the running back Williams or whatever. I don't know who he is, but obviously he's pretty good. Their O-line's pretty good. The guy just ran the shit out of the ball. Run, pad. Typical
26 carries.
26 fucking run. Exactly. Run,
Yep.
pass. Run, pass. I mean, it was I don't know. I thought Frank Reich blew it. I mean, he's the play caller. He's the head coach. He's a play caller. I like Frank Reich, but he kind of blew this game offensively. I thought their defense did a good enough job to win the game. They made some plays. We'll talk about one play. I'll let you talk about it here in a minute. That went under the radar towards the end of the game. But yeah, Frank Reich, man, he kind of blew it. Run, pass. Run, forcing the issue. I mean, there was the whole third quarter essentially was, and really the whole fourth quarter too was, run up the middle, no gain, force the issue again for a 3-yard loss, and set yourself up for a 3rd and long. And they converted actually quite a few of them, but
yeah.
That's it was just bad play calling to me. And Brissett, honestly, I've been talking him up. He was definitely a game manager. He didn't really make any crazy plays like he had been.
Conservative.
He didn't. Yeah, he was really conservative. Just a poor game plan and poor, I guess, execution of that game plan offensively. And then their defense was fine. The Texans, however, I honestly the same thing. I just think they had, the one big play to Hopkins, obviously in the end zone. That was the big play of the game, and that ended up being the game changer and the game-winning touchdown. So,
yeah,
they made one more extra play than the Colts, and they won the game. Pretty simple.
I've got for this game, I've got 3 things. I'm going to talk about the Colts. I'm going to talk about the Texans. And I'm going to talk about the NFL rigging games, in my opinion. Okay, so if you want to hear my opinion and that final topic, because I really strongly support it now, I will get to that in just a little bit. So stay tuned. It will happen. First, I'm going to talk about the Colts. I like what you said on being conservative. I do agree. They ran the ball way too much. I just said he had 26 carries, Williams, whoever the fuck that is, their second string running back, had 26 fucking carries.
Yep.
Brissett was very conservative, which I am okay with. However, when you throw the ball 16 times and only get 130 yards, you need to take more shots down the field. So they did a lot of play action, but didn't get the ball moving down the field. Therefore, they lacked the first downs and did not do much on offense. So the Colts play calling and being conservative way too much, I didn't like. However, I do like that they tried running the ball, considering the Texans have a shitty run defense as of late. So, but that's okay. The Texans, we talked about it in the recap of last week. I mean, they needed to get DeAndre Hopkins, being a number 1, maybe, or top 2 receiver last year. They needed to get him the ball because he's been shit this whole entire season. They finally did. He got close to 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 big, long touchdown plays, by the way, may I mind you. So they got him the ball. Will Fuller just come back off an injury, gets 7
150
catches
yards
for 140 yards. So they did a great job, the receiving core and Deshaun Watson getting the ball down the field. So this brings me to the final topic.
I just want let me set it. Let me set the mood. So what he's about to talk about is the most ridiculous, under the radar, and the NFL and fucking Joe Buck and Troy Aikman completely sweeped it under the table like it was nothing, but it was a game-changing play that never actually, I guess, happened.
I don't think the NFL universe saw it. I really don't.
You saw it. You pointed it out to me. I didn't even fucking watch it. So
I'm going to go ahead and start off with, so me being a Panther fan, okay, there's been a couple times where we've gotten screwed over. I mean, the Saints have gotten screwed over. I get it. When we were playing the Packers, the bullshit roughing the passer call in the end zone, that should have been a non-call. The Packers have won, 2 games off of penalties at the end of the game alone?
Fucking like 4, dude. Come on.
The NFL, Pat McAfee, the NFL, all these fucking podcasts, all these sports shows are bagging on refs this year.
Yep.
And they have room to.
Good reason.
These refs are fucking these games over. And honestly, I'm not even going to put it on the refs. I think the NFL is doing this shit on purpose for money reasons. They're making games close. They're choosing these certain teams. I don't know why. Choosing certain teams to fucking win. And I'm guarantee you it's based on money. But I've had this theory ever since the Panthers lost to the Packers. Not because I was upset. I mean, I was a little bit, but it's okay. The Packers are a good team. Nothing wrong with them. It's just when I saw that call, it just fucking snapped right there. All this bullshit, all these refs rigging games, these pass interference calls that you can review now, all of them, we sit here and say, oh yeah, that's pass interference. That's when you challenge that is definitely going to be called pass interference. Coach throws a challenge flag. They have only, out of 50 challenges on pass interference, how many have they gotten right? I don't even know. I think it's like under 10.
It's less than 10%.
It was like 9. It was maybe 9 or 8.
I think it's less
actually
than that.
Been confirmed. Maybe less than that. This is bullshit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to this game. 1:20, I think, left on the clock, somewhere around there. 2nd and 8. Deshaun Watson, option play to the right. They're running the clock out. The Colts have, I think, 1 timeout or 2 timeouts at this point. Yeah. Running the clock out. Deshaun Watson runs the ball to the right. Gets the ball stripped and punched out. They did a replay. They showed 1 replay in slow motion. Clearly, the ball pops out. Clearly. Who recovered it, apparently?
Darius Leonard popped it out and recovered it all in the same motion.
Knocks it out and recovers it. However, you cannot see that he actually recovers the ball. But as the NFL has been alive, if you fumble the ball, it's whoever has the ball at the bottom of the pile gets the ball. Correct?
Correct.
Basically. Or unless the referee sees that guy has the ball all right off the spot. So Darius Leonard forces the fumble. It's clearly a fumble, not even a fucking question. They do 1 replay in slow motion, and then that's it. They don't review it. They don't take the time to look at the replay. The Texans, for some fucking unknown reason, call a timeout. So that gives the referees a chance to think about it and look it over. Guess what? Didn't even fucking challenge it. They went a minute of looking at this shit on the fucking replay board, and they did not even challenge it, knowing it was a fumble, and they did not fucking challenge it.
But did they actually call it a fumble? I didn't think they even called it a fumble. I thought they
might not have even called it a fumble.
They didn't. No blue flag was thrown. Whistle was blown. I think they thought he was down. They didn't even see 1 second that they fumbled.
You've got to be. You see this shit on the fucking screen. It's clearly a fumble. The people in New York know this shit's a fumble. Everybody at home, even Joe Buck, knows it's a fumble because you can see it in slow motion. So Mike Pereira comes over the fucking the TV and says, well, it's clearly a fumble. I don't understand why they're not challenging it, but I guess they're not challenging it because there is no known camera angle to establish that Darius Leonard actually recovered the ball. That has never been the case in all of football. You do not challenge a fumble to see who gets possession at the end because it's
Yeah.
always whoever has the ball at the bottom of the pile. They
Yep.
challenged it because just to make sure that it actually was a fumble, and they did not challenge it whatsoever. The Texans should have lost possession of the ball, and the Colts should have the ball with a minute left. Bullshit.
Yep.
The NFL is
And
fucking rigged.
about
Guarantee it.
midfield.
Clip it. This is going to
It-
be a mini-sode, and this is going on Twitter and Instagram, and it's being clipped. This is
Don't
bullshit.
end it yet because look, the refs are really bad this year. They're really inconsistent. I'm sure there's at least one officiating group because they roll together. There's one group, they stick together with the head honcho and the side guys. They're all together. I'm sure there's at least one, maybe two groups that have called the least number of penalties and that are doing pretty good. Most of them are not. It's not rigged, Hunter. It's just poor officiating. It's not rigged. It's poor officiating. There's no implications for the NFL to go, oh yeah, Texans need to win this game. This is going to be huge for us. Like, come on, I agree with you 100% on everything except you're saying it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged. I think it's just poor officiating, and it really started last year with the obvious one of the most blown calls that the NFL has ever seen with the Saints Rams Roby Coleman non-call pass interference. And this year it's been really bad. I just don't think it's rigged. I think it's terrible officiating. I'm all over that with you, but it's definitely I just don't think it's rigged. It's just bad refereeing, in my opinion.
Every season it's been bad officiating. I'm not gonna lie.
What is every season? What does that
basically
mean?
bad
Though?
officiating.
Every season,
But you can also sit here and say, all right, let me think. So the Colts beat the Texans in their first matchup, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going in. The Colts have a win over the Texans. If they win this game, it's basically sealed up unless they lose like 3 in a row that the Texans are going to win or that the Colts are going to win the division.
Possible.
Okay? So if the Colts lose, they're 1-1 in the division. The Texans have a game up on the Colts.
Right.
The Colts have a easier schedule than the Texans moving forward. So it's more likely for the Texans to lose a fucking game and go back to being tied with the Colts than the Colts having a harder schedule and matching up with the Texans. So could you sit here and say that since the Colts have an easier schedule and the Texans have a harder schedule, eventually Texans will lose one, the Colts will win one, and they'll be back to even? Maybe that'll increase profits. I don't fucking know. But am I crazy here, or are they trying to figure out some fucking financial to make it a little more even and make it a closer race?
You're not crazy, but it's not rigged. I think you're looking more into it. You're going, oh, they didn't even try to review it and all these calls, it's rigged. It's not rigged. It's just, the officiating is terrible. It's just bad. It's bad officiating.
And if you're going to sit here and say it's bad officiating, which I get.
I mean, because
when all these calls happen, when all these fucking calls happen. There's no consistency,
though. There's no okay, Packers have a few calls. I get it.
This has happened every game.
But it's not like the same thing. It's not like, every week the Texans are getting all these no calls and getting lucky. It's across the board. It's across the board. Patriots, Eagles, Cowboy, any team you can think of has been on the opposing side of a bad call and on the right side of a bad call. That's how it is. It's bad officiating. There's no consistency for anyone to be there's no consistency that it should be rigged. There's no proof of that. There's no proof. And you just said yourself, you said, is it for profits? I don't even know. Well, that's because there's nothing to know. It's not
I don't
rigged.
Want to sit here and say because I'm a big fan of the NFL. I love football. I don't want to say that these games are rigged. But it's been a what's it called? It could be possible for many years now. People are sitting here thinking it could be possible for many years for money reasons.
Look,
I haven't jumped on that bandwagon.
Those are the same people, okay? And I think of this because that's all people talked about. These are the same people that thought Super Bowl 51 was rigged because the Falcons blew a lead. There were stories from professional, like Twitter certified or Twitter verified, like reporters, okay, about how the game was rigged and how the NFL was rigged because the Falcons won and the Patriots came back and won, and how it made up for this big. You don't be one of those people, okay? You win games, you lose games. Refs are bad. They make bad calls. It's simple as that. I
I
mean, why
mean,
does it have to be rigged? Why
I
is there an
also,
excuse beyond bad officiating?
as much as I hate the Saints, I mean, last year in that championship, that I don't
Yes, and
understand how
exactly.
the
A
fuck,
blown call, but it doesn't
I
mean
don't
it's
understand how the
rigged.
fuck you can miss that call.
It doesn't mean it's rigged. I know. No one does. We now and they now have a rule. Their new rule is being implemented this
There's
year.
two refs. There's two refs on that side that could have made that call, and not one of them threw a flag. So what
I
do?
agree. It's bad
They do what
officiating.
NFL officiating does all the fucking time. We'll go back and look at it. All right, a couple days later, they go back and look at it. Yep, that was a bad call. End of story. That's all. And you're just sitting here
Well,
like,
Hunter,
oh,
they
we lost
can't
the
turn
fucking
back the
game. We're out of
clock.
the
They
playoffs.
can't turn
Just
back the
oh,
clock.
but it's okay. It's a
It
bad call. We
happens.
get it. We
It
get it.
happens in the NBA too. It's not rigged.
I
It's just
understand
bad
that.
officiating.
So, and then they put in a fucking rule that makes you challenge. You can challenge pass interference calls or non-pass interference calls.
Well,
So
only if
when you
it's really
challenge,
obvious.
a lot of these are fucking obvious. When I push
No,
a
a
damn
lot of
person
a
down, it's
few of
fucking
them
obvious.
are obvious, but a lot of them are okay. They probably should not have been called, but just because you could scrape someone's hand a 50-50 ball, and just because you're pulling on his jersey a little bit, that's technically a pass interference. It's just you'd rather someone not call it than call it because it's like a 50-50 thing. That's what most of them are. They're just overly aggressive,
I
shouldn't be called, but because they are technically pass interference, they're not getting overturned. The only reason that rule is implemented is if for those situations like the Saints Rams, where it's like, whoa, like there's no doubt in anyone's mind. The review will take 10 seconds. Yep, that was certainly a pass interference. That's what that's for. It's not for every pass interference call ever. And that's what people aren't understanding. It's not rigged. The rule works for those crazy situations, and the NFL officials suck at their job. They're inconsistent across the board. It's not rigged. Don't be the guy that says it's
don't
rigged.
know.
Stop
I
it.
don't know. I don't want to say it, but
You
this
have.
season, it's really. I'm this close. I'm already almost committed. I'm 98% committed to the NFL being rigged. I'm this close to just being 100 fucking percent. They need to
I don't
fix their shit, but because it's fucking obvious to me at this point.
I don't know what else to say
Obvious.
then. I got
I might
nothing
as
else
well
to
be
say
watching
about
WWE.
it.
John Cena was playing in tonight's fucking game, and The
Oh,
Undertaker was receiver for the fucking Texans. I
you're gonna
mean,
love the fucking XFL.
yeah, well, I mean, it's getting fucking close. That'll probably be rigged too. All right, we're gonna move on. We spent a lot of time talking about that topic. So, Week 12 predictions, something we are not. Well, we are fucking predicting, and our predictions aren't fucking rigged because we don't fucking know the outcome. So, we're gonna move
Apparently, I
on
don't.
to the 1 o'clock game. First game is the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. The Bills are 7-3, Broncos 3-7. It is supposed to be a snowy one in Buffalo. Who do you got?
What?
Yup.
Nice. Uh, I'm thinking you said snow. I'm thinking snow. Thinking the Bills got a good defense. I'm thinking they got a good run game. I'm thinking Frank Gore goes off against a pretty solid Broncos defense. Close game though. Broncos been playing tough. They've blown like 27,000 fourth quarter leads for all their losses this year.
Oh,
So it'll be a close game, but the Bills are a better team. So I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
yeah, you got
Still the
two
worst.
top five.
Still the worst 8-win team, 7-win team, whatever it is in football.
Yeah, I agree. You got two top five defenses going up against each other. The Denver Broncos run defense isn't that well or isn't that good, but you have the eighth rushing attack in Frank Gore with the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to take the Bills over the Denver Broncos, just like you said. It's going to be a close one, but
Thanks for
the
copying me.
Bills, I do believe, are probably a little better in the snow. It's at home, and they've got a better rushing attack than Denver. You're not going to be able to pass it, and I don't think
Yeah.
Josh Allen can pass it anyway, despite what he did last week.
Actually, I'll
Point.
stop you. Fun fact: from what they say, quarterbacks it's better to pass in the snow or you're more likely to pass in the snow than run because it's so hard to cut and run in the snow. I'm just saying they should look into passing.
Did
I
they
don't
take
know.
an account of the receivers having to cut on their routes?
I'm just saying it's easier for a quarterback to throw. But the Bears are playing somebody, I think.
All right, so all right, we got the New York Giants are 2-8, traveling to Chicago to face
Yeah,
the
there it
four and
is.
six Bears. It's supposed to be a sunny one, so in
Ah,
Chicago.
well, that's gonna be boring.
Who do you got?
Well, this is gonna be a really exciting game. A lot of all stars out there. Great quarterback play on both sides. It's going to be real impressive here. But the better team should win. When I say team, I mean the better defense should win. And I'm going to go with the Bears. What do you think? On a whopping 6-3, some random score like 11-5, something crazy like that. I'm going to go random. How about a safety for the Bears in this game, plus a win?
I'm gonna go with the, I guess you'd call it an underdog. I'm gonna go the New York Giants and get the third win on the season.
Not too far fetched of an underdog to me.
No, the Bears defense or the Bears offense. Mitchell Trubisky should start, even though Chase Daniel came in the fourth
Sucks
quarter for him.
Yeah.
So he probably will start, but the Bears offense is just fucking horrific. And
They are.
honestly, I don't even think the Giants defense has to do much. All they got to do is score probably 14 points and they'll win the ball game, which isn't very hard to do when they got Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate,
Evan
Evan
Ingram.
Ingram, fucking Saquon Barkley, and Daniel Jones having a solid rookie season. Okay,
Oh,
rookie season.
okay.
So I'm going to go the Giants just because their offense is a little better than what people think it could be or think it is. It's very underrated in my opinion. I'm going to go Giants over the Bears. Bears offense is fucking horrific, and that's what the NFL revolves around is fucking offense. So, yeah. Moving on, we got the 5-5 Steelers after a good comeback, starting off fucking horrific this season, and going up against a team that has not had a comeback and will never have one, the 0-10 Bengals. So, Steelers, Bengals facing against each other in Cincinnati.
Steelers are better. The Bengals have surprised me. They haven't lost a game. They haven't won a game yet, so they're the worst team in football. But they've had quite a few close games. I don't know how they were able to hang with the Raiders last week and hold them to 17 fucking points. But that's impressive. They had a game earlier in the year where they almost the first game of the week they damn near beat the fucking Seahawks.
First game,
They were really competitive against the Ravens. It might be a competitive game, but the Steelers are better. And if Mason Rudolph can, just stay away from any, just stay
I
away
don't think
from
Myles
any.
Garrett is playing in this game,
First,
so
he's not, but Rudolph is an instigator.
and
That's all I got to say about it. If he can just play football, they'll be okay.
the Bengals did get rid of Vontaze Burfict, so they're
They
good on
did.
defense.
Yes.
So they shouldn't have any fight penalties on their defensive side, I would think.
We'll
But
see.
it's going to be a close one, I do believe. The Bengals, like you said, are staying in these games somehow. I don't know how. They got the worst ranked defense in the NFL. And they honestly suck on all points of offensive defense, besides Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd. They are the only two players that's worth the shit.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Steelers, though. I mean, better team in general. Their offense is still has potential. You haven't really seen it as much this season. I mean, Mason Rudolph's a solid backup quarterback, but you still have Juju, James Washington, James Conner, who is a little bit of a one-hit wonder, and their defense is still pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Steelers in Cincinnati. No problem.
Shocking.
It'll be probably maybe 7 or 10. So moving on to the Dolphins at Browns. Who do you got in this one? 2-8 Dolphins, 4-6 Browns in Cleveland.
Fucking Browns lose this one, then that's the season's already been disappointing, but if they lose this fucking game, that will be by far the funniest headline on Monday morning. That would be I don't know what they're gonna say, but it's gonna be hilarious. They should win. Sorry, Dolphins. I had hope for the Dolphins, but they fucking got rocked against the Bills. I don't think are that great last week. So I'm gonna go with the Browns. Like I said, I will be shocked and I'll laugh my ass off if they lose to the Dolphins in Cleveland, mind you. That would be awesome. Not gonna happen. But
my brain says Browns, but I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
okay.
They're playing in Cleveland,
It's
but the Browns have had a very shitty season.
they have
Myles Garrett's out. Their linebacker, what's his fuck his name? They got in a fight.
Ojin Go. I
Yeah,
just
whatever. Fuck his
repeated
name. I think
myself.
he suspended.
Whatever.
Or did
Yes,
he get
for
fined?
like one game or something.
Pretty
But
sure he is suspended. So there's two top guys on their defense that's gone for this game at least. Their offense has been struggling, even though they got weapons out the fucking ass. And the Dolphins have
yeah,
been playing above their potential. I know you just posted on Instagram. Could Brian Flores be Coach of the Year, even
he
though
should be a
they've only
candidate.
got fucking 2 wins, and they
Brian
might have 3
Flores
or 4.
should be a Coach of the Year candidate, in my opinion.
So if you haven't gone and seen our Instagram post on that Nick made, go check it out.
Check it
Comment your
out.
opinion under
Give us
that,
your opinion.
because that was a good little topic. I'm glad you posted that one. But I'm going to go Dolphins. Ryan Fitzpatrick, we talk about him every week. He is a solid quarterback, and he's very flashy and very fucking motivated, and I love watching him.
He has a fuck it attitude. When that guy runs in open field, it doesn't matter who's running at him. He's lowering his fucking shoulder at your ass.
He is the man. I would love to have him as the fucking backup quarterback for the Panthers.
I know. How sad is that, though? We're talking this guy up, and we're just like, yeah, back up, though. Just back up.
Yeah, just back up. But I'm going to go Dolphins. They're a solid 2-8 team. They have nobody on their team worth a shit, but they are a solid, shitty team, if that makes any sense. Out of all the 2-8 teams in the world, or that have been, they are
the best 2-8 team we have ever seen in football. Hard pressed to tell me otherwise.
No. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins. You're gonna go Browns. I'm gonna take the underdog in that one. Moving on, we got the Buccaneers and the Falcons. 3-7, 3-7, playing in Atlanta. The Falcons have won the last 3 matchups against the Bucs. What do you got?
Honestly, I'm going with the Falcons. I don't know what their defense is. I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone threatened their lives, if they got bribes for, I don't know what's going on, but they are playing their asses off on defense the last few weeks. Granted, Buccaneers offense is explosive. You can ask any team they play. They pretty much put up fucking like at least 30 points a game. Broke 50 a couple times. But the Falcons defense, if they can stay on this little hot streak, it might be their 3rd straight victory. I got to go with the Falcons. Any other week I'd say the Bucs, because I love the Bucs. I love their offense. I love their front 7, but they're just not putting shit together. They're up and down. The turnovers are big time, and the Falcons defense is playing outstanding. And what did you say? They're going to get their fucking 30 points a game too, because their offense is also one of the best in football.
This is going to be a very, very high-scoring game. I do believe Jameis Winston's going to throw 3 fucking interceptions, just because the Falcons' defense is pretty good as of late. They've stepped it up. So I think Jameis Winston's going to throw his picks. But I want to go Jameis. I want to go the Bucs. I think they're going to rebound this week against the division rival. Jameis is going to throw interceptions, but he's got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans to back him up. He don't even need to fucking look down. He don't even need to damn check down or just be smart about it. Just fucking chunk the ball. I'm sure you'll find one of them.
Evans on the left, Godwin on the right. Hike it, tell them to run as straight as they can, as fast as they fucking can. And he's going to fucking throw a pretty ass deep ball. He really is.
Yeah. It's going to land right in the breadbasket. Awesome. I don't know if there's going to be 2 safeties sitting there waiting on it, but it's going to be there.
It's going to be there.
Yeah. Matt Ryan, though, has been playing pretty good as well. I mean, we talk about the offense being high-powered and their defense being shit, but their defense has stepped it up, and their offense is actually doing a little better than it did at the start of the season. So I think it's going to be a high scoring, and it's going to be a very close game. Whoever has the ball last is going to win it, and I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game. And also, I'm going to say it's because of coaching. Bruce Arians is a far better coach than Dan Quinn. Guaranteed.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
If Bruce Arians calls the offensive plays, which he should, they're winning the fucking football game. So, Tampa Bay. Going to another NFC South showdown at 1 p.m. CBS. We have the Carolina Panthers, 5-5, going to New Orleans to face the 8-2 Saints. I'm going to go Saints. The Panthers have been playing like dog shit.
Dog shit. Yeah, I agree.
Christian McCaffrey, shout out. 99 overall in Madden. Not that anybody
Yes, it's about fucking time.
Dick, but he is a 99 overall, so congratulations to him. Youngest player to have to be a 99 overall.
23 years of age.
Yep, and the 6th running back of all time to be 99 overall. So shout out to him. But the Panthers in general, especially the defense, has been playing like dog shit. I do expect Kyle Allen to bounce back after 2, possibly 3 shitty fucking weeks in a row, and the offense to do very good. However, the defense needs to fucking step it up. If the defense loads the box against the Saints, Michael Thomas is going to have 800 fucking yards. If they don't load the box and play coverage, Alvin Kamara is going to get fucking 400 rushing yards a game. So take your pick.
Pick your poison.
If you have the Saints players, take your pick. If you have Kamara, Thomas, I don't know who's going to fucking do good. I'm going to go Saints, though. Sadly, I've picked the Panthers, I think, 3 weeks in a row now, and
You have.
So maybe if I choose them to lose, they'll actually win against the fucking Saints, who are 8-2. So
that's not my mentality. I am going to choose them to lose, however, because the Saints are just a better team all around. That's about as simple as I can say it. They won ugly the last game, but they still won. So they're in the dome. So no reason they shouldn't win the game. However, I agree with you. I think Allen is going to bounce back. And everyone that doubted him from the last game, right here, right there, and anybody else, I think we're going to regret saying that. I think he's going to bounce back with a nice game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And you're right. Kamara and or Thomas, one of them is going to go the fuck off. Yep. One will be the receiver of the week. One will be the running back of the week. They could be both. That would be insane and scary for Panthers. But, yeah, I agree.
By the way, if the NFL is rigged, the Panthers win this game because that'll make it 6-5 and 8-3.
Oh, shut the hell up on that. There's nothing to do with anything. Stop it.
Close the gap a little bit in the NFC South. There's a reason. There's a reason the NFL picks the Panthers and Saints to play twice.
Because you're in the same fucking division.
2 years in a row. I mean, all right. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the Seahawks and Eagles. Seahawks are 8-2 after a great fucking win. The Eagles are 5-5. Who do you got in this one? And by the way, they're playing in Philadelphia. Not that it really matters, but
doesn't fucking matter. Eagles offense. They have one of the best quarterbacks in football, and no one to throw to. Their O-line should be great. They are average. Their defense, front seven, not bad. Defensive backs, even with Ronald Darby, yuck. They are not good at all, if you ask me. And then the Seahawks, their defense is average. Average isn't terrible. It's not great either. But their offense, hell, Josh Gordon came in just in one game and had like 3 catches against 49ers for first downs. He's already making an impact. You got DK Metcalf, a future superstar, pretty solid receiver right now as a rookie. And obviously Tyler Lockett, that dude, him and Michael Thomas.
Top receiver in the league.
Him and Michael Thomas are the 2 best receivers in football this year. And there's no doubt about it. Russell Wilson's the MVP. The Seahawks got a lot going for them, and the Eagles don't. So it's as simple as that. I don't give a shit about playing in Philadelphia. I don't think it matters this year. Seahawks.
No, I completely agree. You said it all. MVP Russell Wilson's going to ball out. Their defense don't have to do much because Russell's going to score fucking 30 damn points, especially against this shitty defense, and their defensive backs are fucking horrible. You're not going to be able to contain Russell Wilson, so their front seven doesn't even fucking matter. The Eagles offense, you said that they are injured. I completely agree. Carson Wentz made some damn good throws against the Patriots, which is the best secondary in football, and he has nobody to fucking throw to. So I'm going to go Seahawks easy, but I still don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be a pretty close game. Carson Wentz keeps it a little close, but Seahawks are going to win easily. So
okay.
Moving on to the Lions and Redskins. Lions are 3-6-1. Redskins are a whopping 1-9, and they are playing in Washington. And Matthew Stafford, once again, is questionable. Nobody knows if he will play or not. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Driscoll might be starting again.
I don't even give a shit, dude. Driscoll's not that bad of a backup quarterback.
Nah.
They still put up, about 30 points against the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
20 some odd points. Against the Redskins, if they don't break 30, I'll be shocked. Their defense obviously isn't that great at all. They're lower in the league, referring to the Lions. But Dwayne Haskins, right now, he's a fucking idiot rookie. And I'm not, he's just, to me, he'll get better, I'm sure. He's got a lot of potential. Right now, he's a dumbass. Makes a lot of terrible decisions, terrible throws. I think he's going to have one too many turnovers. It'll be a respectful loss for the Redskins, and it'll be a solid win for the Lions. There you go.
I do believe the Lions are going to win. Driscoll, if he plays, Matthew Stafford, if he plays, it don't even fucking matter. They're going to ball out.
You could play.
Great offense, top 10 in the league. I mean, they have receiver fucking galore to throw it to. It don't even fucking matter. They run the ball maybe 5 times a damn game, too. So they're the Chiefs last year with a shittier defense. I don't know how you can get worse than the Chiefs defense last year, but they are. So
the Chiefs defense this year, I think.
This year, too. So I'm going to go Lions. The Redskins, however, I don't think they're going to pass the ball very much. Even though the Lions have the 30th ranked defense in the league, I don't see the Redskins passing the ball. Adrian Peterson, if he plays, I think he's questionable. I think he's going to have a good game. But I'm going to still take the Lions over the Redskins in Washington easily by at least 10. 30-point game. So moving on, we got the Raiders and the Jets. Raiders are 6-4, Jets 3-7. And the Raiders are making a run for the division in the AFC West. They are a game behind the Chiefs. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was singing Benny and the Jets in my head. It's a good song. Elton John. Look it up if you don't know it. Yep. Anyway, so the Raiders should win. Jets defense is still kind of sucky to me. You know what? It might be a solid game. Sam Darnold's finally getting his head out of his ass, playing some football again the last few games. Good for him. Dropped him in fantasy right before he started doing that, so that's awesome. So, yeah, it'll be a high-scoring game for sure because the Raiders' offense, Derek Carr is top 5 in my MVP list. He is amazing. Fun fact, he's also number 1 quarterback with completion percentage on 3rd down this year, so he keeps drives alive. They got one of the Rookie of the Year candidates at running back, Josh Jacobs, your boy. Gets 100 yards about every fucking game. Occasionally finds the end zone. So the Raiders should win, but this will be a solid game. This is not going to be some smoke show, I don't think. I think it'll be pretty close.
I do agree with you. I do call Le'Veon to have a good game. The Oakland Raiders defense is a very shitty one. It's very shaky against the run and the pass.
Yeah.
So I think Le'Veon's going to have a good game. Sam Darnold could have a good game as well. The Raiders, I do call to win this game, though. I mean, they just got a better overall team. You just said Derek Carr is on an MVP run. I do think so. I do think he is as well. Darren Waller, Tyrell Williams, and my boy Josh Jacobs is going to run all over this fucking defense. So if he plays, he is also questionable. That's 3 teams in a row where I've had fantasy players that are fucking questionable. So I'm going to go Raiders. Better team. It don't matter. Jets are going to keep it close, though, because Le'Veon's going to have a good game. So Raiders, and they're going to move up in the rankings towards the Kansas City fucking Chiefs. Going to the Jags and the Titans. Jags are 4-6, Titans 5-5, trying to keep it close to get that fucking AFC South Division title. Who do you got in this one?
As much as I would like to, as much as I would like for the Jags to win and make that an interesting race, I guess. I don't know how to say that. It'll be a good game, very defensive game. I'm not a big fan of Nick Foles, per se, as a starting quarterback, especially against the Titans defense, but it's pretty fucking good. Top 10 once again. I think the Titans will win, and the reason being, Hunter, is because I don't know. These are real. I don't know. Right. They're really easy match. You know what? I'm going to go Titans. And I'm going to go because Ryan Tannehill is on a solid fucking season. And I think he's going to make a few more plays than Nick Foles will and get the job done. He's done it several games so far this year. I think he can do it against the Jags.
Okay. I'm gonna go Titans. But the Jags, the key to win the game with the Jags, Leonard Fournette has to run the fucking ball.
Fucking football.
They got
28
fucking
times
slaughtered.
How to do it.
Because Leonard Fournette only had fucking 6 yards rushing.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but that's 94 yards too less.
That is 94 yards too
little.
That should be the average, an additional 94. For all you math geniuses, that is a whopping 100.
100.
So there you go.
If the Jags want to win, fuck Nick Foles, they got to run the ball. I mean, if Leonard Fournette runs the ball efficiently and well, Nick Foles will get his passing yards and Shark will get the fucking football, which will make me happy because I'm
sorry. I want to time out. Are you sure it's Shark? Because all these motherfuckers on TV say Chark. Is it
Shark?
Or is
like
it Chark?
It fucking matters. Shark.
I mean, it might matter because you might be saying his
sounds
name.
The same.
Shark and Chark. It doesn't sound this. I mean, there's
and Shark sounds a lot better than Chark. But
Shuck and Chuck, it's different. Okay, it's different.
That was a horrible.
You got to figure that out.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna call him Shark for now until I hear his name pronounced differently. So, but I'm gonna go Titans just because I don't think the Jags are there yet. After last week, I don't even know about their fucking run game because that was fucking pathetic. The Titans, however, Ryan Tannehill's actually been playing pretty decent. The defense of the Titans has been pretty well. And Derrick Henry's a fucking beast. So Derrick Henry running against this defense, I don't think will be a problem, even though the Jags on paper have a really good one, at least a front four. But I'm going to go Titans. The roller coaster Titans are going to win this. And let's think. You got the Texans at 7 wins, Colts at 6, Titans at 5, Jags at 4. What a division.
Math. Subtraction.
All right. Okay. That was.
Well,
You hurt my brain right there.
It's what I do. I am a genius.
Let's move on to a team that hurts my brain. Actually, 2. We got the 6-4 Cowboys traveling to New England to face the 9-1 Patriots.
Where's the love?
What a fucking headache this game is going to be. The fans, the most obnoxious fans in the world at both fucking sides of the field.
At the away team, I'll agree with you. Yeah.
Let's throw the Saints in there as well.
Fans.
But go ahead. Who do you got in this one?
I'm going to go Patriots. I think we are a better overall team. Sanu, I found out today, will be out for the game, so that's a little disappointing offensively. However, I am big on Isaiah Wynn, their new left tackle. I talked about it last week. I think it's going to help the run game tremendously. Cowboys, Vander Esch or whatever the fuck his name is, good linebacker. He's not playing. That's a huge loss for them. I think the Patriots' run game will eventually get established at some point in this game. Brady will make a few plays if he needs to. He always has Edelman if they got to pass fuck football. And then Cowboys' offense is pretty good. They're going to make plays against the Patriots' defense because they have a bunch of playmakers. I'll be shocked if they don't have a couple of really impressive plays and passes and runs. But I think our defense can match up against it. They did show they can stop the run if they need to. They proved that against the Eagles, who had a really good run game going before last week. So, not biased. Once again, I'm just looking at the numbers. I think the Patriots should beat the Cowboys.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be probably one of the game of the week. I mean, you have the number 1 offense going up against the number 1 defense in the Patriots. You have the number 1 passing attack in the Cowboys going up against the number 1 secondary in the Patriots. So this is going to be a good matchup. However, I think the Patriots are going to pull it out just because of coaching. Bill Belichick, best coach in the NFL ever. Better than any other coach that's ever fucking even stepped foot on a football field. Bill Belichick is the man, and I love him to death. The Cowboys have a dumbass at head coach. My screen cut off, but that's okay. I'm going to keep talking.
It did cut off.
All right, so defense wins championships, and I think defense also wins games. I'm going to go Patriots. Coaching, their defense is better, way better, and it's Tom Brady. I mean, I'm upset that Sanu's not playing. I love Sanu. He's a good fucking receiver.
So do I.
He played one damn game, and now he's fucking hurt.
I know. But I love what you said.
Fuck, Nick.
I'm glad you're not on the whole Brady's ass, it's all his fault train. he can still make plays if they need him. If there's like we gotta have one, he can still do it. You'll probably see that
This game.
Sunday at 4:25.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. He is the GOAT for a reason. Bill Belichick is the GOAT. There's two on that fucking team. I think the Patriots are going to pull it out, even though the Cowboys are going to make it close. I mean,
They're
their
a good
offense
team.
is no joke. A top
They're
5
good.
receiver, a top 10
Yeah.
receiver, and an MVP candidate in Dak fucking Prescott.
They're another
Ezekiel
team
Elliott
that
doesn't even
is
need the fucking
better than their
touchdown.
record for sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're a really good team, but I think the Patriots are going to win it, and this is going to be a very good game. Watch it on Fox. Going to the Sunday night game, 8:20 on NBC, we have the 8-2 Packers, the 9-1 49ers in San Francisco. Holy shit almighty. Damn. We
Fucking
have 2
49ers,
back-to-back fucking great
Some of
games.
the 49ers games aren't the best fucking games of the season.
gonna
I
be-
mean,
it's
this is
gonna
going
be
to
a
be like their 5th like amazing game. I'm going to go with the 49ers. Defense, like you said, wins championships. To me, they have the second best defense in football. Packers offense is, good, really good. They can pass the football. They can run the football. Their running back can probably line up as a slot fucking receiver because he's fucking awesome. Aaron Jones is like one of my new favorite players in football this year. He is incredible. So it's going to be Packers offense versus 49ers defense, right? That's what we're all leaning towards. Just when that's when I think it's going to happen, okay, it's going to be Jimmy G torching the fuck out of what I think is a mediocre and overrated Packers defense. The way he's been playing lately, it's going to be Jimmy G all the way in this game. I think he's going to kick some ass. They don't even have to run it. I don't even give a shit about establishing the run for them at this game. I think he's going to torch the fucking Packers defense, and he's going to outduel Aaron Rodgers. How exciting is that take?
Wow. I'm going to
Yeah.
do the opposite, though. I think the 49ers are going to win it. I think the 49ers are going to win. Their defense is a lot better than the fucking Packers. I mean, the Packers got a good offense. Aaron Rodgers can make some crazy fucking plays. I mean, he's possibly one of the best West Coast quarterbacks we've seen. He's probably even better than fucking Steve Young, if you want to go that far, in West Coast quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks. So I'm going to go 49ers, not because of Jimmy G. I think the Packers and Matt LaFleur is going to be expecting Jimmy Garoppolo to come out and fucking air raid, just like he has the past 2 weeks. And they're going to run the fucking shit out of the ball. They're going to go back to Tevin Coleman, go back to fucking Breida, go back to Mustard, whatever the fuck his name is. They're going to run the fucking ball efficiently against this 28th ranked defense that everybody fucking loves in the Packers. 28. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Rodgers is going to get his fucking touchdowns. Aaron Jones is going to get his touches. Devontae Adams is going to catch the fucking ball. You can't stop it. Even though the 49ers have a great pass rush, we've seen what the Cardinals can fucking do with their good offense. And however, I think the Packers have a better offense than the fucking Cardinals.
Yeah.
They run the same type of scheme. I'm going to go 49ers in a high-scoring game. They're going to run the shit out of the ball. And Jimmy Garoppolo is also going to do pretty good.
You know what? I'm not gonna switch what I'm saying, but I like what you're going. You know what? When it comes to stopping a high-powered offense like the Packers,
you got to run the ball.
49ers probably aren't going to shut them out, but if your offense can keep them off the fucking field by running the football, that's a good point. That's a very good point. We'll see who's right, but we both got 49ers. I like it.
All right. Monday Night Football, what would have been a very good game, turns out I don't know, it might be a fucking slaughterhouse. Oh, so Monday Night Football, we got the Baltimore Ravens who are 8-2 and a MVP candidate in Lamar Jackson, a Michael Vick lookalike right now, going up against the Los Angeles Rams who are 6-4. Jared Goff doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Todd Gurley had his best game of the year at 96 yards last week. Who do you got?
Rams. If there is one player, there's one player in the league that can disrupt what the fucking Ravens are doing on offense, it's Aaron Donald. It's Aaron Donald. And I'm sorry, I think the Ravens defense is still overrated. They have a couple of playmakers, but as far as overall talent on the team, it's just not there, and the numbers speak for themselves. They're just slightly above average defense, so I'm not too high on them. Sean McVay and the Rams, obviously their potential is a lot better than their record. They remind me of the Cowboys. They are, to me, way better than their record. If they play a solid game, if McVay can put up a good game plan, if he can keep Lamar Jackson off the field, we just talked about it with the 49ers, they can establish a run game with Todd Gurley again. That'll obviously set up play action. If it sets up play action, last year, Jared Goff was the best play action quarterback in football, and that's why he got so good, and that's why he got some big-ass contract. So if they can run the football against the Ravens, they're going to win the game because I think that the Rams defense, and specifically Aaron Donald, can disrupt Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. That's just me. Clearly, you got a different direction, and that's okay.
I like what you're saying because it makes sense. It really does. It makes a lot of sense, and I completely agree with you on the Aaron Donald side of the fucking argument.
You're just not feeling the Rams offense, huh?
Exactly. I mean, the Rams are going to have to come out and run the fucking football to keep Lamar Jackson's happy little ass off the fucking field. That's what they're going to have to do. However, they're 20th in rushing in the league, and I don't think they can do it. Todd Gurley, for whatever fucking reason, and not even him, the damn offensive line that's built for fucking any damn thing. It's built for fucking World War III. They suck this year.
Yeah.
I mean, their offense is fucking trash, and I don't trust them, and I don't believe in their offense. If their offense can run the ball and get back into the play action pass, and Sean McVay can figure out what the fuck's going on with his team, I'm going Rams all the way. But I do not trust that offense. The Ravens have a average defense, a good enough one to stop the fucking Rams, how they're playing right now. I mean, I'm sure a fucking high school team could stop the fucking Rams right now on offense. And the Ravens can run the fucking shit out of the ball, and the way the damn Rams defense is playing right now, it don't fucking matter. They can run the shit, they can pass it, whatever the fuck they want to do, even with Lamar Jackson throwing a ball, which is not very good. So I'm going to go Ravens, but like you said, and I like what you said. I just don't think it will happen. If the Rams can run the ball and move the ball down the field, the Rams win. But I'm going to go Ravens because I don't trust the offense. So, what a episode. I enjoyed that, especially the little rant at the beginning.
Intense. That was amazing.
It was a very
riveting.
1 o'clock games fucking blow. But once you get to the 4:30 games, oh yeah. God almighty.
I mean, from Jags and Titans all the way fucking down. I mean, the last 4 or 5 games are going to be great.
Yeah. So. You don't even have to watch the fucking 1 o'clock. Start watching at 4:05.
Sunday is laundry day, according to Tide commercials. Yeah. Do your fucking laundry. Get that shit done by 4:05 and tune in for the rest of the night. It's going to be good.
I completely agree. Well, thank you guys for watching episode 36 of The Extra Point. Tune in a couple days where we have our recap and our prediction for next week's Thursday Night Football matchup in Week 13. Nick, do you have anything?
No. Do you have anything? What do you have?
I don't. Do you?
You have candy?
I don't.
I really have a sweet tooth right now. Do you have leftover Halloween candy?
I don't.
Hunter, can you share some with me?
I already ate it all.
I'm a chocolate guy. I love Reese's, Butterfingers. Just want a couple, okay?
You didn't even put Twix in there?
Huh?
Twix?
Get the fuck out of here with your Twix.
Oh, my God.
I'm thinking about them with those fucking dumbass commercials.
You're a degenerate piece of shit. All right.
Get the hell out of here, you fucking millennial. Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in a couple days for the next episode, and we will catch you later.
Catch you later. Yeah.